Hi, my name is Maria Fernandez, and I'm a creative community herbalist. And on today's episode of Creative Community, I want to share with you my decanting of the St. John's Wort oil, infused oil. And by decanting, what I am referring to is taking out the plant material. So that is what the word decant, or you could use the word strain. That's a little bit of herbalism vocabulary. So St. John's Wort, the botanical name of the plant is Hypericum perforatum, and it means to put high above the altar. And the plant, when you look at the leaf, it has like a bunch of little holes, so that's the perforatum part of it. And the flower is yellow with 5 petals, and when you touch it, your fingers become a little bit red. And so I am really excited to share this medicine with you and what the infused oil of St. John's Wort is good for. I just want to be clear that what I am speaking about on this video about St. John's Wort oil is St. John's Wort infused oil. It's not essential oil. This is actually an oil that you can make yourself at home as a remedy. Unlike essential oils, you would need all sorts of machinery or to be in an MLM with a certain company. That way you could have and buy the essential oil. But this is just a very easy to be made at home. Usually in July, the flowers are blooming, and you just want to catch the 1/3 of the flowering top. I mean, if you have a big patch, just pick the beautiful flowers and put them in the jar, or you could just put 1/3 of the flowering top so it could bloom again. You don't want to cut to the bottom, you want to cut above the aerial part, focusing mostly on the bloom. And you want to pick the flowers when it's nice and sunny, so that way the plant material is not wet and moist, which can create mold when you're infusing oils. So as you can see, this is my bottle, and I labeled it with the name and the date. I picked this on July 15, and I labeled the location where I gathered this. Sometimes I will put, depending if I know what the moon phase is, if it was a full moon or a new moon. I like to know the places, the energies, and whatnot. I'm not sure if you can see, but the color is red. So what I have here with me, I have this cool thing that would make sure that I don't have any plant material when I'm pouring the St. John's oil. So I have put some wax paper, and let me show you, because you never know what the cap holds, so it's better to have something protecting your lid and your material. So look at how red the oil is from St. John's oil, St. John's Wort. So I'm just basically gonna pour my oil into this container. It's olive oil that I'm using, and just squeezing the material, and it's so red. Now in your head, you're wondering, what is St. John's Wort oil good for? Oh, well, it's great. It's great for so many reasons. First of all, I use this as my sunblock. Olive oil is amazing for your skin. Second of all, it's my sun protector, because it prevents me from getting sunburn. Hypericum loves the sun, so if you make the connection of the energetics of the plant, you can make a connection to yourself. So she loves the sun, so she prevents against sunburns. So I wear this. That's my face, SPF, because I don't use regular sunblock on my face or body, and especially as I need at least 1 hour of sun so I could create naturally vitamin D. So I don't want to be putting in my body a sunblock that is full of chemicals and that will not allow me to properly create vitamin D. And especially even in the winter, even if sunny and people still think that you don't need some sort of protection from the sun, you do. And you know, St. John oil is fantastic. It's your best friend. Another good thing about St. John's oil, so if it protects against sunburns, it heals and helps like first-degree burns heal faster without scarring. And this is like when you get burnt right away, you pour, you put some cold water, right, or in ice, depending on how big of a cut, not a cut, a burn you have, and you, hold on a second, some parts are here, so I'm still pouring. It's a little messy, but it feels like I'm a kid, right? It's okay. Messy is good. So when you have a burn, this you put as many times as needed, and it will like reduce the pain from the burn, and it will heal it automatically. So I have this around a lot because when I'm, cooking, I sometimes do get burned, and so I need this ally oil next to me. Another great thing to use this for is for like massaging. It's super, super nice to get your sore back, your lower back, if you have like sciatica pain, any of those pains, it's great to have your body rubbed with this sacred special oil because it's just so soothing and so smooth, and it helps your body's nerves and pain and soreness relax. So look how red that is. This is a beautiful, beautiful red color, and that's how you know you have the right the right plant. I use fresh plant material. The dry plant, you won't get this color. You would get a clear color, and it's not as effective. And I wouldn't use St. John's or dry or in capsules. I would only use it fresh. I am aware that people who use the St. John's wort pill in a capsule, they could be photosensitive to the power of, to the power of St. John's. So I would be very careful because you're spending a lot of money when you use herbs in pill format. And also it's more drug-like. So you know, the power of the plant is for you to learn the plant and do it yourselves. You see me, I'm doing this in my house. No fancy equipment. Everybody has some glass Pyrex. And I mean, this is like, if I spend more than $5 here in materials, I mean, you could buy the big olive oil, jar for like $10-12, So it's just a matter of being curious and identifying the plant and saying, all right, this summer I'm gonna make St. John's oil and tincture, or just the oil or just the tincture, but putting yourself a goal that you're gonna, attempt to make a remedy and then try it. That's how I started. I started one plant at a time, and it was really exciting to just be like, oh my God, that's St. John. And then I saw it every day, and I'm like, all right, this time I want to try this, and this time I'm going to try that. And actually, this time around, I have done the oil, but I want to try the salve. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put beeswax that I have ordered and create with this oil some salve. So I'm really, really excited because I have never done that. So see, this is one other step that I'm about to take in my herbalism exploration and creativity. And it's all about learning how to use the plant medicine and how people have used it. So you could read articles, you could read books, there's tutorials, and there's people giving workshops. And then you just apply the knowledge, because what is knowledge if it's just in your head? applied knowledge is wisdom. It gives you the experience and the confidence to trust in yourself and trust in the plant. Is a synergistic relationship that eventually you would feel like, wow, I really have control of my health. I have control of how I commune with plants and the world and nature and the animals, because we have to care about everything, you know, not just about ourselves, right? We have to also have these medicines because it's nice to be able to share with your friends and family, because sometimes, you know what, they might not be interested in doing this. And so here you have an opportunity to share a gift, right? The gift of really good home remedy medicine. Another thing that I want to share about St. John's wort is that if you have a child that has growing pains, this is amazing, because when the bones are growing, it hurts, and you just rub it, if it's their elbow or their hip, and it really helps them sleep better at night. Like, definitely, it's a must if you have a child with growing pains, and it's super safe, so you don't have to worry. And another thing that I want to share, a personal story, is that I had this rash, and it's called rosea. Pityriasis. That's the name. It's like a weird name. Pityriasis rosea. That's the name of it. And it started as a rash in the middle of my chest. And at first I thought it was like fungus or something, and I did a mistake. I put some essential oil, tea tree oil, thinking that, okay, maybe tea tree oil would get it, and boy, was I wrong. It was super inflamed. It got worse, and then the rash kept spreading, because what happens is you get a circle rash that is super itchy, and then it spreads, and it spreads all over your torso. And I had it all over my neck, arms, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I was going through a healing. And it's funny because now that I think about it, like, I made a connection of, like, I was feeling pretty pitiful. So I'm like, oh, it's pity rose, and I'm probably saying it wrong, pityriasis rosea. And so I was like, you know what? Rashes, that's a rash. And St. John's oil is good for, like, rash, herpes, cold sores, the shingles, right? And so I was like, maybe it would be good for this condition that I have. And so right away I started like, after a shower, I would just pour it all over me in my back, because I was so itchy, and it was such a relief. It was the only thing that would make me feel, because at night I was just so itchy, irritated. And then when I would put this, I was just like happiness. And then what I did is I combined taking the drinking in my water tincture, 2 dropperfuls every day and night of St. John's wort tincture, and then I would apply this anytime I, took a bath or a shower, and then whenever I felt the itch, I was applying it, and it went away like in 3 to 4 weeks. Now, when I was doing more research about this rash, the rash will go away. It could go away in 3 to 6 months. There's like no, cure, right? So it's just like a condition, and it happens, and it might happen once, and then that's it. You don't get it again. It's one of those weird rashes that people get because if you had like the chicken pox when you were younger, you're likely to have something like that. For me personally, I tied the rash because I was going through a healing emotional journey, shedding skin, sort of kind of like how like snakes shed skin and transforming into something. I was finally grieving an episode in my life where I finally gave all my heart and soul into that process of healing. And the body, the skin, when it's like clearing from deep wounds, it starts clearing, it comes out in the skin. And it was my healer. Like the pain, that little rash was such a teacher for me because it helped me work with St. John's in a different way and trusting completely in its medicine and magical properties that it will heal me. And I can attest to you that this completely healed me. Like when I was really down when I had it, and I almost was like, oh, should I go to the doctor for this? And some people might have, but I didn't, because I believe in the power of plant medicine. And so, you know, it's not like I was, you know, throwing up. It's just a skin condition. So I just really dig deep inside of me, and just, you know, every day, just whenever I massage myself, I was just like really present with my body and connecting and being grateful and just really absorbing the medicine. And so St. John's wort, Hypericum perforatum, it's a beautiful oil. It's red because it's known as like the blood of St. John's. St. John's wort, and I have gathered a little bottle. This is a roll-on, and I have this little filter. What is that called? Funnel. It's a funnel. A little funnel. And then I put the top. Click. And now I have St. John's for my little burn. So if I have a little burn here when I'm cooking, or I could put it on my face, or anywhere in my body that needs it. And voila. St. John's oil. It's a beautiful, beautiful remedy. Hope you have liked this video. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe. And I hope to hear how this medicine helps you. Have a beautiful, blissful, and blessed day. Thank you.